Hello, my name is Madam Jennifer from Educare TZ. Welcome my lovely form student in our biology subject, and we are proceeding with our topic known as nutrition. And in our today's session, we will discuss on the subtopic known as digestive system in human being. This will be our today's subtopic where we will see how the human digestive system looks like, how it functions, and how it adapts to its function. Now, by definition, the digestive system of a human being refers to the alimentary canal and the organ and the gland associated with it. The main parts of alimentary canal are mouth, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, which is made up of duodenum and ileum, large intestine, and rectum. So these are the main alimentary canal which are involved in the whole process of the digestion process in human being. Now, there are several terms which are used to describe the process which are used in the process of digestion in human being. There are several processes, and the first one is ingestion. Ingestion, this is a process which takes place or the taking up of food into the mouth. So the process of taking food into the mouth, that is called ingestion. Kuchukua chakula na kuweka mdomoni, pale unakuwa unafanya kitu kinaitwa ingestion. Baada ya kuchukua chakula kuweka mdomoni, kitakachofuata ni kutafunwa. So that is called digestion. And there are two types of digestion, which is mechanical digestion and chemical digestion. The mechanical digestion, that is the process of digestion which involves the breaking down of food substance into smallest particles so as to be swallowed, and it is done by the means of by using your teeth. While the chemical digestion, this is a process of digestion which involves the action of enzyme in digestion process. Now, the digestion is the process by which food is broken down to small pieces which are absorbed and assimilated into the body. So the main purpose of digestion inasaidia katika kuvunja vyakula katika smallest pieces ambayo inakuwa ni rahisi kuweza kuwa absorbed na kuweza kutumika katika mwili kwa ajili ya different metabolic activity in our bodies. And the other one is absorption. Baada ya kutafuna chakula ukakimeza, kitu kitakachofuata ni absorption. Absorption is a process by which soluble end product of digestion diffuse into the bloodstream. Baada ya kula chakula ukakimeza, kitaingia tumboni. Baada ya pale, kile chakula kita diffuse to your bloodstream. Kikisha diffuse, because when you take your food, kuna glucose, kuna different minerals there. So those minerals needs to diffuse into the body so as to be transported in different body organ. Also, there is assimilation. Assimilation, this is the incorporation of product of digestion into cell metabolism. This is the incorporation of product of digestion into cell metabolism. Baada ya absorption or diffusion of this food into the bloodstream, they become incorporated and so as to function in different body or cell metabolism. And the last one is egestion. Egestion ni kile kitendo cha kuweza kutoa chakula nje ya mwili kama fees. Example fees. Unapoenda kujisaidia, unachokifanya pale ni egestion. So, is a process by which ingested food particles are removed from the body through the anus. So, the removal of the ingested food and undigested food out of the body is called egestion, and this is done through the anus, and the ingested food are removed in form of fees. Now, the digestion system is made up of alimentary canal and associated organs such as pancreas and the liver. So the whole process of digestion system is made up of the alimentary canal, ambayo hapo alimentary canal yenyewe inakuwa inaanza kuanzia kwenye mdomo mpaka kwenye anus, and is made also with associated organs kama vile pancreas, kongosho pamoja na ini. Now, parts of alimentary canal. We have said that the digestion system of human being is made up of alimentary canal and other systems like liver and pancreas. Now, let us see the alimentary canal. Alimentary canal is a long hollow tube that runs from the mouth to the anus. So yenyewe ni hollow long tube ambayo inaanzia kwenye mdomo mpaka kwenye anus. It is also known as digestive tract. You can term it as alimentary canal au kwa jina lingine ukalita digestive tract. It consists of the mouth, stomach, duodenum, ileum, caecum, colon, and rectum. So these are the main part of the digestive system or alimentary canal, or in other term is digestive tract. And this is a diagram which show the digestive tract or digestive alimentary canal ambayo yenyewe inaanza from the, it is a hollow tube which run from the mouth up to the anus. As you see here, hapo kuna mdomo, kuna esophagus, there is a liver, pancreas, stomach, large intestine, and small intestine, and anus. So we'll see on how the digestion process do take place in different parts of the alimentary canal or digestive tract in human being. Now, by starting with the digestion, we already said that the digestion is a process by which food is broken down into a form that can be absorbed and used by the body. Now, it involves both mechanical and chemical breakdown of food. This digestion process, uwezo ukachukua chakula, kwa mfano let's assume umechukua chakula alafu kimeze bila kukitafuna, kitu ambacho hakiwezekani. So the main purpose of digestion ni kuweza kusaidia uwezo kumeza kile chakula ili kuweze be assimilated and used for various body activity. As we say that the digestion is being divided into two parts. And the first one is mechanical digestion, which involves the use of action of the teeth in the digestion process. So if the process by food is broken down by means of teeth to pieces that can easily be swallowed, also it increases the surface area for easy enzymatic action to take place. And the chemical digestion involves the action of digestive enzyme. So katika chemical digestion tunakuwa tunatumia different enzymes ambazo zinapatikana katika mdomo kwa ajili ya digestion process of the food. Example, ukiangalia katika mdomo kuna salivary amylase. Salivary amylase yenyewe inasaidia katika digestion of the starch kwenda katika maltose. Ambapo maltose yenyewe ikishasafirishwa itafanywa different processes kuweza kutengeneza glucose na kuweza kutumika kwenye mwili kwa ajili ya so as to release the body energy through respiration process. Now, the digested food is absorbed and assimilated into the body, and the undigested and the digestible material are ingested as feeds. Kwa vile vile undigested, vyakula ambavyo havijabi digested na zile ambazo zinabi digested are ingested or they are removed outside of the body through the anus as in feeds. Note, the major region where digestion occur are mouth, stomach, duodenum, and in the ileum. Now, by starting with the digestion in the mouth. In the mouth, food is chewed by teeth and mixed with the saliva. Now, the saliva is alkaline in nature, so make the food alkaline well in mouth. Kwa chakula unachokupa mdomoni chenye ni alkaline au basic in nature, kwa sababu hapa saliva it is alkaline in nature. Now, the secretion of saliva is controlled by the nervous system. Ili mtu aweze kuproduce mate is due to the stimulation of the nervous system. Kwa mfano, let's take an example, umefikiria chakula au umeweza chakula fulani, lazima pale utaanza kutokwa na mate, ataanza be secreted kwa ajili ya hicho chakula ambacho umekiwaza. Au umesikia harufu ya chakula kitamu, au umeonja chakula tayari kipo mdomoni, secretion ya mate take place ili kuweza kusaidia digestion process. So, the secretion of the saliva is secreted by nervous system like smell, umesikia harufu, ladha, sight and thought of the food. The saliva is composition of mucus, water and variety of salty and enzyme known as salivary amylase. Kwa hiyo saliva mate yetu ni composition ya mucus, vile vile kuna maji na vile vile kuna variety of salty and enzyme known as salivary amylase which digest starch into maltose. Kwa katika kuna different composition ambazo zimetengeneza mate. Kwanza kuna mucus, kuna maji, vile vile kuna variety of salty ambayo inasaidia katika digestion of starch kwenda katika maltose. So this is an example of the chemical digestion. Vile vile within the mouth vile vile kuna lingual lipase. Lingual lipase, this aid in the digestion of lipid into triglyceride and fatty acid. And this is the example of the mouth. Katika mdomo wako three components. Kuna meno ambayo ina function katika mechanical digestion, tuna ulimi ambayo inasaidia ina produce saliva ambayo inasaidia katika kumoisture chakula. Vile vile kuna saliva yenyewe ambayo yenyewe ni alkaline in nature, vile vile ina contain different enzymes ambayo inasaidia katika digestion process. So this is how the digestion process in the mouth take place. Now let us see the function of the saliva. First one, it is lubrication. It moistens the food. Msema katika saliva kuna water, vile vile kuna mucus. So it acts as a lubricant. Kwa unapochukua chakula kama mdomoni, saliva yanasaidia katika kuweza kulainisha kile chakula chako ili iwe easily to be swallowed. The other one is digestion. Contain enzyme, example, ptyalin or salivary amylase that begin digestion of starch into smaller polysaccharides such as lysine and maltose. And the other one is linolipase ambayo yenyewe anasaidia katika digestion of the lipid kwenda kwenye triglyceride as well as glycerol. The other function is protection. Within the saliva there is different lysosomal enzyme which are used in destruction of the bacteria. Also it secretes antibodies called the IgA which bind and destroy any foreign material. Also water acts as a solvent for dissolving food substances. So these are the main function of the saliva. They act as a lubricant, they function in the digestion, they are used in the production, in protection. Also they secrete antibody which are used to bind and destroy foreign material. Also within the saliva there is a water which also acts as a solvent for dissolving food substances. In other term you can say it also functions as a lubricant. Now let us see the digestion in the pharynx. The pharynx are living in area around your mouth. There is a region in which air passage is known as glottis. Kwa hiyo hapa pharynx yenyewe kazi yake ni kuweza kuprevent chakula kuweza kuingia katika koo la hewa. Maana chakula ikiingia katika koo la hewa inaweza kapelekea mtu kuweza kufa. Kwa hiyo the kazi ya pharynx is to prevent the food from entering the windpipe or trachea. Also there is no digestive enzyme within the pharynx. And this is an example. This is the mouth and this is the pharynx is located along this area and this is the windpipe. So the function of this pharynx is to prevent the entry of the food into the windpipe. The other one is esophagus. Esophagus, this is this tube which run from the pharynx and carry food from up to the stomach. So this transport food from the pharynx to the stomach. Kwa ni hapa tube ambayo yenyewe inachukua chakula sio hapa kwenye pharynx na kuweza kupeleka mpaka kwenye stomach. The food passes the gullet rapidly by contraction and relaxation of gullets and the mode is called peristalsis. Chakula kinachokuwa kinapita through the esophagus inakuwa ina pass in wave-like motion. And this method is called peristalsis. So what is peristalsis? The process by which food moves down the alimentary canal in the form of bolus through the muscle valve known as sphincter. Kwa hiyo chakula kinachokuwa kinapita through the alimentary canal or through the esophagus inakuwa ina pass in wave-like motion. And this method and this movement is regulated by the sphincter. Ambayo kazi ya sphincter is prevent kuweza kurudi mdomoni. Vile vile within the esophagus there is contraction and relaxation of the longitudinal muscle ambazo zinakuwa inasaidia katika passage or movement of the food. And this is an example of the peristaltic contraction ambapo in case kama kutakuwa kuna construction itakuwa inabana, afu ikiwa kuna relaxation inakuwa ina dilate ili chakula kiweze kapita kiurahisi. This where the muscle contract inakuwa inafunga, alafu when muscle relax inakuwa inafunguka so as food to pass through. So this movement creates the wave like motion ambayo inakuwa inaitwa peristalsis. The other part is stomach. This is a muscular chamber or series of chamber. Now stomach, this is a chamber muscle chamber. It is shaped kwa binadamu na the food is mixed with hydrochloric acid and gastric juice to produce semi-solid mass known as chyme. Kwenye tumbo chakula kinakuwa kina be mixed with the hydrochloric acid kuweza kutengeneza solid mass ambayo inakuwa inaitwa chyme. Kwa hiyo chakula kinachokuwepo tumboni kinakuwa kinaitwa chyme and it is acidic in nature. And the wall of stomach contain gastric gland which secrete gastric juice. And the gastric juice contain water, hydrochloric acid, mucus, and enzyme. Example, pepsin and trypsin. Pepsin and trypsin, these are used in the digestion of the protein in the stomach, and it is in the stomach where the digestion of protein do take place. This pepsin is being produced by the action of hydrochloric acid, which converts the inactive form of pepsin, which is pepsinogen, into pepsin for digestion of the protein into peptide and amino acid. And this is the anatomy of the stomach. This is G-shaped tube which is made up of series of chamber. Kuna fundus as the first one, kuna cardia, kuna body, kuna pylorus as well as the atrium. Now let us see the function of the hydrochloric acid in the stomach. It provides a suitable acidic medium for enzymes to work best. Hydrochloric acid provide the best acidic medium for acid to work best. Kwa mfano tumesema kwamba hydrochloric acid ina function katika conversion of the inactive form of pepsin ambayo ni pepsinogen kwenda kwenye pepsin ambayo inakuja kudigest proteini kwenda kwenye peptide na amino acid ambayo amino acid ana be absorbed into the body. Kwa hiyo hapa ni mojawapo ya function ya hydrochloric acid in the stomach. And the other one is to break down food into simplest particle. Vile vile hydrochloric acid inasaidia katika digestion process by breaking the food into smallest particle. Also to kill bacteria present in the food. In case if there is any bacteria which have passed through the food, the hydrochloric acid will function to kill that bacteria. And the function of mucus, within the stomach lining there is a mucus, ambayo mucus kazi yake ni kuweza kuprotect the lining of the stomach from the action of hydrochloric acid. So in case kama kutakuwa kuna excess release of the hydrochloric acid, inaweza kapelekea corrosion of the epithelial lining of the stomach, and that's why the lining of the stomach is made up of the mucus ili kuweza to prevent this corrosive action of the hydrochloric acid in the stomach. Now, what are the functions of the stomach? Stomach has got only mainly three functions. The first one is storage of ingested food. The other one is mechanical digestion, also chemical digestion. Example, digestion of protein starts in the stomach. Now let us see the digestion in the duodenum. Duodenum, this is the first part of the smallest intestine. So, it is associated with the liver and pancreas. Called the duodenum is associated with the liver and pancreas. Now, liver, this is the largest internal body organ. It has functional cell called hepatocyte which function to produce a bile. Kwa katika ini kuna functional cell ambayo inaitwa hepatocyte ambayo inasaidia katika production of the bile. In other words, kwa Kiswahili tunaita nyongo. And this bile is stored in the gallbladder and released through the bile duct. Nyongo inakuwa ina stored katika gallbladder na inakuwa inatolewa through the bile duct. It is greenish yellow in color and contain a bile salt. Hii hapa nyongo kwa mfano ukimchinja kuku utaona kuna mfuko wa kijani. Mostly utaambiwa usipasue, itakuwa ni chungu, ina uchungu. So it contain the bile salt ambazo zenyewe zinasaidia vile vile katika digestion by providing the basic medium for neutralization of the food from the stomach which is acidic in nature. And this is an example of the liver, and this is the gallbladder. Within the gallbladder is where we get the bile which contain the salt which are important in the neutralization of the food from the stomach. Function of the bile is emulsify fats. Emulsification, this means the breakdown of the fat into smallest particle or droplets to increase the surface area for enzymatic action. Also, it provides alkaline medium for enzyme to work best. Tumesema kwamba katika within the bile kuna salt. And those salt example ni zinasaidia katika neutralization of the acidic chyme from the stomach ili kuweza kuprovide the alkaline medium for this enzyme so as to function best to facilitate the digestion process. Also, it neutralizes acidic food from the stomach. Also, this bile function in the neutralization of acidic food or chyme from the stomach. Now let us see the pancreas, also tunaita kongosho. The pancreas secretes digestive juice known as pancreatic juice. So the juice is being secreted by the pancreas is called pancreatic juice. And this pancreatic juice do function contain different enzymes. And the first one is pancreatic amylase. Pancreatic amylase, this break down the starch into the maltose. Also, the pancreatic lipase digests the fat droplet into fatty acid and glycerol. Also, within the pancreas, there is sodium hydrogen carbonate, which provide the basic medium for pancreatic enzyme to work best. And the last one, there is a trypsin. The trypsin also break down protein into the peptide. So these are the main enzymes which are found within the pancreas. Now let us see the digestion in small intestine. Especially here we look on the ileum. Ileum is the largest section. In the largest section in the alimentary canal, the intestine contains secretory cell which secretes mucus and digestive juice known as intestinal juice. So the juice which are produced with the ileum is called the intestinal juice. So within the intestinal juice also there are several enzymes which are used in the digestion process within the ileum. The first one is erepsin and peptidase, which digests the peptide into amino acid so as to which can be easily absorbed or diffused into the body. The other one is maltase. Maltase, this break down the maltose from the maltose hapa tayari tumeona may be broken down, starch tumebroken kwenda katika maltose by the action of the salivary amylase ambayo ime break down starch kwenda katika maltose. Now the maltose katika small intestine, especially in the ileum, will break down this maltose into glucose ambayo when it can be oxidized using by respiration process will be used to release the energy which can be function in different metabolic activity in the body. Also lipase, this break down the fatty droplets into fatty acid and glycerol. And the other one is sucrase. This is not a sucrose, my student. It is sucrase which break down the sucrose into glucose. So these are the main enzymes which are found in the ileum. Now let us see the adaptation of the ileum. Why ileum is used or is the specialized area which are essential in the digestion process in small intestine. First of all, it is long to provide large surface area for digestion and absorption. Ileum is long and it provide large surface area kwa ajili ya digestion and absorption. Kwa hiyo ina ensure kwamba the food is completely digested and absorbed. Also, it is highly coiled. Anything ukisikia any structure zile fold zinasaidia katika kuweza increase the surface area for digestion. That's why it is highly folded. Also, it has a villi and microvilli which increase the surface area for absorption. Vile vile inakuwa ina villi na microvilli. This structure also function to increase the surface area for absorption. Also, it has a dense network of blood capillaries. Blood capillary, this ensure that the food is easily diffused into the bloodstream so as to be absorbed for other body activity. And this is an example of the villi. Villi, this is found within the ileum ambayo inakuwa inasaidia katika increase the surface area for digestion, to note the variety of the blood vessel or blood capillary to ensure the easy diffusion of the digested material into the body. Also, it has the microvilli ambayo inakuwa inasaidia the increase of the surface area for digestion. Also, the ileum has two main functions. It digests all type of the food. The ileum inakuwa ina digest vyakula vya aina vyote. Also, absorption of any product of digestion into the bloodstream. Vile vile end product of the food before zikaenda katika bloodstream is being completed here in the ileum. Note, the wall of alimentary canal secretes mucus which forms the function of protection of wall of alimentary canal against the coloration by enzyme, also by the action of hydrochloric acid. So the lining of the intestinal wall is made up of the mucus, ambapo the main function of the mucus ni katika lubrication, vile vile katika protection of the intestinal lining against the corrosive action of the enzyme as well as the acid. Also, it allows the smooth movement of material along the alimentary canal. This is the same as act as a lubricant. Now then, let us see the digestion in the calcium and appendix. These have no function in man. Kwa binadamu calcium and appendix has no function, lakini kwa herbivores these are grass-eating animals. Calcium and appendix contain bacteria that secrete an enzyme known as cellulose. The digestion in the large intestine, especially in the colon absorbs the water from the undigested material, also absorbs small amount of digested food. Also, the glandular lining of the colon produces the mucus, which lubricate the passage of feces. So the glandular lining of the colon produce mucus. As we say that the mucus function also in the lubrication. So this fastens the movement of the food through the colon. Also, it is temporary storage of the feces. So the colon also function in the temporary storage of the feces until when the time of defecation, when we reach it will open and the defecation process will take. And this is the example of the colon of the large intestine. We have seen here. Here is where you get the colon, and this is the anus. Now, my students, we are now aware on the digestion process in the human being. We have seen the processes, the parts of the alimentary canal, and how they function and how they adapt to ensure the digestion process do take place in the body of the human being. And now here there is a task for you, my lovely students. The first one, explain how bile is produced in a hepatocyte cell of the liver. And the second question, why duodenal pH of 2 is said to be a suitable pH for proper functioning of duodenal enzyme. My lovely students, up to there, that mark the end of our today's session. Most welcome for following other coming sessions. Have a nice day.
Purchase your tracks today.